And welcome everybody to Nashville Fairgrounds for race number 4 of Season 1 in the ILAC Cup Series. Last race at Richmond was a pretty decent race, if I do say so myself. Gavin Ellison taking home the dub for the second time this season, making Old Dominion Motorsports the only team that has won so far this season. Tonight, Gavin will be trying to go back-to-back and 4 in a row for Old Dominion. Let's get through practice with Gavin actually at the top of the board. Now taken away from Daniel Silla as he's going to finish out the session at the top of the board. Through qualifying we go. Gavin's going to get the pole, followed by Marco, last name, Genghis Khan, DJ Thomas, Leo Irapino rounds out the top 5, followed by Avery Farrell, Atlee Weiss, Aaron Lund, Cooper Skull, and Will Cloud rounding out the top 10. The rest of your results are on the screen. Gavin, looking promising as of qualifying, 400ths in front of Marco. Marco was fast last race until we had that pit stop where he stayed in the box and the caution came out. Then I think he got penalized, and then he was a lap down, and then that entire last caution was weird. But hopefully nothing like that happens tonight. And let's get right down to business. Pace car pulling off onto the apron. Ellison with control of the field, and he is going to step on the gas. We are green at Nashville Fairgrounds. Down to the turn number 1, Ellison gets a very big jump. They're about 3 wide behind him though. Irapino coming on the bottom into 3. Big send up the inside, but looks like Last Name's going to be running that outside. Almost touching there. Looks like he's really going to make that outside work though. Trying to get clear of that 87. And we do have a caution. Looks like Jonathan Faded is slow. Ellison's going to get the race back to the line. And looks like some rear end damage. Actually, good bit of rear end damage for the 12. And looks like coming off of 4, playing a little bit of ping pong, gets turned off the nose of the 18, comes back up the track and rear end straight into the wall. And then here is the race back. And looks like everybody's on pit road. I believe only, just gas and go. Stopping off. Ellison losing a lot of spots though. Like, a lot of spots. Actually, it looks like he's having trouble getting back up to speed. It looks like some of these guys are coming back in the top back off. So after a fairly good cycle of pitting, Marco Last Name is going to come out as the leader with Ellison second. Last Name's going to step on the gas. We'll see if Ellison's going to be able to get by him here. We are back green. Avery Farrell taking a little peek to the inside of his teammate. In 3 and 4, Marco holding a steady gap. I mean, I think one thing we noticed is that Marco is fast. I think we all noticed that from last race. But it's really just going to depend if crap like that happens again. I mean, there ain't no doubt that Marco can be in it to win it. And honestly, if he keeps showing this pace, I think he might be a championship favorite. I think 2 in a row already this season. I think the 77 is also a championship favorite. some racing going on for last place. Lund and Weiss. Nathan Albert getting past Blake Parker for 10th. And after last race, I believe Marco went from, I think, 3rd in standings to 9th. 10th in the playoff standings is actually Genghis Khan. He was just inside the top 10 standings. Now he's in 13th. But he still has that win to drag him into the playoffs. Although I think Ellison is starting to reel in last name. Maybe he's got a car better set up for the long runs. Really, the gap just staying consistent to around 1/4 of a second. Just go on board with Gavin Ellison. And that beautiful picture of Phil Swift. Props to Atlee for making this scheme. I absolutely love it. Well, he made it on Trading Paints, and I had to kind of like convert that over to NR, but still his design. Love that he put the Phil Swift face on the hood. I never would have thought of that. He did tell me before I did see the scheme, he did say it was going to look pretty swift out on track. I almost kind of saw it coming after he said that, but still a very good looking car, a good mix of the red and yellow. Being kind of a paint scheme critic right now. As most of the schemes in the field was designed by me. Actually, all the Old Dominion cars and Zane Phoenix were the only cars I technically didn't do. Zane did his car himself, looks absolutely beautiful. And all of the Old Dominion cars were all done by Atlee Weiss. But, oh, and the, what is it? The Abercrombie Motorsports, which would be the 12, the 2, the 22. Those I didn't do. Those came with the NCS 22 car set. But other than that, the rest of the schemes you see in here, those were all done by me. Gavin really closing the gap now. Down to 0.15. I think you can roll 1 and 2 a lot better than Marco can, but I think 3 and 4 is Marco's strong spot. You can see how much time he gained through 1 and 2, but 3 and 4 is where Marco's able to really put the pedal down. Marco pulling that gap open a little bit more now. We're now 1/3 through the race. Really not much to really say about it. I mean, they're all just single file. Nothing much going on. I think they're really just trying to get it to the end, not wreck each other. Gavin pulling that gap back in little by little. You could see him getting on the brakes a little later than Marco going into 3. So lost 100th that lap, though. I think really whenever Gavin reels in Marco, he can't do anything else, so he just falls right back. I think that shows how fast Marco is, as Gavin had to check up a good bit there off of 4. Cost him around 700s. As you see, once he gets back out to 0.25, Gavin reels him right back in. Well, even that lap, but in fact, Gavin actually did run a tiny bit better of a lap. And he did lose a little bit that lap. Alright, I'm not really proving my own points here, but I think we all get the meaning. From 0.27 to 0.18, I think we'll see the gap open back up. I mean, that's really what it is. Once they get close, they just fall apart. But they are pulling a very decent gap to the rest of the field. 1.78 behind the leader. 1.82 now behind the leader is Avery Farrell in 3rd. I mean, back to 5th, they're 5 seconds back. Back to 10th, they're 8 seconds back. Say everything's going to plan here if you're both Marco and Gavin. I mean, Gavin's there, he's just not really able to do anything with it. As he gets another huge check off of 4, trying to stay out of the back of the O2. It's going to drop him back to 0.29. And actually fell back a little bit more that lap. Let's go from Gavin's point of view. Losing time little by little now. Gavin is actually there. They have lap traffic in their view. So we'll see if that's going to aid Gavin in any way here. If they don't have to come in. I don't think they'll have to come in for a while. And we are officially halfway through this race. Kind of a crank it up this entire time because the only racing we've seen here is for last place. And as I say that, they're side by side up here. Looks like the 67 and the 4 for 14th. Maybe even more up here. No, too much to ask for. Okay, fine. I mean, even then, when these guys get side by side, they single it back out after a few laps at most. Both TB, RWR, E-Motorsports drivers fighting. Very long name. Owned by Louis Trost. So now these guys are catching the end of the lap traffic train. Oh, and Marco's gonna pit. Marco down pit road trying to pull the undercut on Ellison. Farrell comes in. And looks like that is also the 99 that is coming in. As now Ellison's going to make his stop. We'll see what Marco's stop is going to be like. See if he stopped for an absurd amount of time this time. So now Marco does get it going just in front of Farrell. We'll keep an eye on Ellison's stop to see if he's going to cycle through to be in front of Marco. Not much of an undercut if Marco still came in, or not Marco, Gavin still came in while Marco was on pit road, and Gavin is off. And in fact, that might have worked out way to his favor. Yeah, Gavin's way out front now, so pulling the overcut really worked there. With, I think, Atlee's still out on track. Yeah, Atlee, your current leader before pit stop, cycle through. As now Atlee's going to come in. I think that's going to give Mason Gerdes the lead. No, Mason Gerdes is in. So that's going to put Gavin back in the lead here. Yeah, they've passed Atlee, so Gavin cycled through to be the leader. Pulling the overcut really worked there, but he's got lap traffic to deal with now. Just going to allow Marco to catch a good bit. Just 1 second last lap. 3/4 of a second this lap. Gavin really needs to do something about this lap traffic here. It's really holding him up. Although he's not taking it 3 wide, which he's going to have to do here is now Marco takes it 3 wide to get past both of those lap cars. Does it beautifully as well. Just the one thing that Gavin isn't doing right now. He's getting held up big time, big loose off of turn number 4. It's going to allow Marco to catch up, and we all know Marco's going to be aggressive here. Gavin's not even trying to get past Jason Williams. He's going to need that couple car buffer to stay out in front of Marco, and here's Marco coming up on the rear bumper pretty soon here. So Marco takes a little peek to the inside, not going to do anything with it. In fact, Gavin got a bit of a better run off the corner. I think we're seeing Gavin drift up a track a lot more in corner entry, which is really helping him on corner exit. Just sacrificing entry as now Ellison goes to the inside of Jason Williams to try to get past him, hoping Williams puts up a fight for the 0-2. It doesn't look like he will unless Gavin can clear him here. He does not. That's just going to keep leaving that window open for the 0-2 to go with the 77, which is not what Gavin wants, but he does clear the 22. And now he's seeing Marco try to get past the 22 here. Side by side, beating doors behind Gavin. This is exactly what he wants to see with the lap car. Gavin starting to stretch the lead little by little. Coming to 30 to go this time at the line. Marco holds the fastest lap of the race by 300ths. No extra points for that, just bragging rights. But I think you really see who your two stars of the show are, and that is definitely Gavin and Marco. Avery as well, he's been up there all night. Third fastest lap, third as well. Same with the 21, he's been up there as well, and fourth, actually getting ready to pass Avery for third, looking to the inside. We'll see if he can get it done. Taking another peek to the inside, 34 getting caught up by the 22 a little bit. That was going to be Zane's perfect opportunity. He's really just going to sit back right now, wait for the perfect moment. And we got smoke on the front stretch. That's going to be Blake Parker. The caution comes out as Gavin Ellison just misses him. As let's see what happens here. It's really not what Gavin wanted to see. Coming off of 4. Looks like the 67 might have just turned him. That's the wrong button. See here, coming off of 4. He's already in the wall. I just think that 67 thought that he had more room. Yeah, it just comes right up on him, turns him. Yeah, lucky the 77 snuck through there. That would have been a brutal end to his race after leading most of it. And we'll see if these guys are going to come in. As I think the smart choice is they choose not to. And perfect timing because we're getting ready to go back green. All of the cars on the inside are lapped down. Gavin's going to step on the gas. We are back green with 19 to go here at Nashville. Pretty good start for the 77. Down into turn number 3. Ellison leads last name by about a quarter of a second. Avery in third has a bit of a buffer back to the 21. Exactly what he wants to try to hold on to this podium. Out of 4, the gap is now 0.23. Closed in by 100th was the 02 there. We'll see if Gavin can hold on to this win here. I think he was way faster than Marco that last run. The caution came out. I think he really just got to get Gavin a few laps to get it going here. Because he's going to open it up by almost a 10th that lap. So I think we saw earlier Gavin was stuck behind the 02. I just don't think he could have opened up his full pace there, being stuck behind him. Opening the gap by another 100th that lap. Keep in mind the 2 cars behind the 02 are both a lap down. I think they're, yeah, both a lap. Everybody is a lap down. It's just, or anybody who's not on the lead lap is just a lap down here. Nelson, I think, really backing up the corner there. Good run off the 4. Don't really see the need of backing it up that much when you're that far out. You can just really roll through. But it did open up the gap by a good bit. There's another 400 sat lap. I think Marco better watch out, or that 81's going to try to pass him. Which is not what he wants if he wants to try to run down the 77. Gap up to about a half second now between the leaders with 10 to go. Going to be 9 this time. Nine laps to go. Gap over a half second now. Avery with a comfortable distance to Zane back and forth. We'll see if he'll be able to hold on to third. Six laps to go here at Nashville. 6 more laps until Gavin can get his 3rd win of the season, 2nd in a row. 4th for Old Dominion. It's been all Old Dominion this season. 3 of them being Ellison, 1 of them being Kahn after fuel strategy at Kansas. But I think it is safe to say Gavin can be a championship favorite this season. I mean, I think if I remember correctly, he did very good in Kansas. Obviously did well yesterday at Richmond, winning and leading a ton of laps here today, and while looking to be en route to his 3rd win of the season and only race 4. Three laps to go. I think really he's just got to ride here. I think now he's got a very safe distance to Marco. Just no mistakes, just take it home. 2 laps to go. Alright, coming out of 4, the white flag is in the air. All he's got to do now is 4 more corners, just bring it home. Now it is 2 down, 2 to go, coming out of the backstretch. Entering 3 and exiting turn number 4. Ellison's going to get it done for the 3rd time this season here at Nashville. Third time in 4 outings. I would definitely consider him a championship favorite. What a race from Ellison. I think that overcut pit strategy really saved him. With Marco last name coming home P2, Avery Farrell P3, Zane Phoenix 4th, Cooper Skull rounding out the top 5, followed by Connor DaCosta, Nathan Albert, Lewis Truss, Donovan Heist, and Genghis Khan rounding out the top 10. The rest of your results are on the screen. Very good race here at Nashville. Green pretty much almost the entire time, but it was still a very good race. With Ellison coming home with his 3rd win. Catch us, I think it'll be next Friday at 6 at Atlanta, so our 2nd super speedway race of the season, and Chicagoland on Saturday, both at 6 o'clock. Thank you for watching, and we will catch you next week at Atlanta.